Barakati Hawa, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Hawa, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Hawa, Barakata Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakodash. The belongs to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to your beloved Akim. That is pushing this word in sincerity and truth with humiliation all across the followings. To you, I salute. This is the brother Desire one back to another lesson. To the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Okay, and I want to get into a brief article to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because during this festive season, we get a lot of our people like consume a lot of damn food, in particular a lot of abominable food. They like the ham. They like the ham. They like the turkey too. All right. That abominable ham, they like that. They like the crawfish stuffing. I forget what else. Crawfish stuffing. They like the baked macaroni, potato salad, and coleslaw. I forget what else, these Benjamites love to consume around this festive season. They have their plate heap up, with a big arm, big turkey, big macaroni and all that. But you see what the doctor's saying? Don't eat yourself into trouble, because a lot of our people, they love to consume a lot of food around this time, around this time. Eat at their heart's desire. And just go drink. When they finish eating, they eat and they drink around this time. But the doctor saying, don't eat yourself into trouble. Because, our people, the Israelites, we love to consume a lot of food, but also sickly too. All right, due to these curses. But these people out here, pretty much, their mindset around this time, they just want to eat and drink and have a good time. But for us, we ain't gonna make ourselves a glutton like these people. All right, now I have a video clip I'll just play before I read the article. Let me just play it.
For many Bahamians, the holidays mean food. Plates full of rice, macaroni, and sweet treats. And for some, that's where the danger starts. Family physician at Paradise Healthcare Services, Dr. Keisha Smith, says she went into medicine for one reason: prevention.
I've seen the devastation where persons end up in the hospital with strokes, heart attacks.
And pretty much, when you look at the demographic, you can see which age bracket suffering the most with diseases, diabetes, and stuff. Check this out. Oh shit, Salakia. Minute. Shit.
Diabetes.
A big part of the problem, she says, is how we...
Salakia. Damn. Put it back to file. Let me do it over.
Earlier.
You have the younger people like in their 30s coming in with high blood pressure, late 20s.
You see that? Younger people in their 30s, late 20s. All right? High blood pressure. All right? Bad diet. Maybe pass on from what the term I think the term is heredity, from family, that's a family trait, but right now also a lot of our people, they think, eating and looking big and fat, that's the way to go. That ain't pretty, bite. Our people don't get no self-restraint. But let me finish play the video clip.
He's coming in with morbid obesity, high blood pressure, pre-diabetes.
A big part of the problem, she says, is how we live and how we eat.
With my good behaving people, it can be challenging. It can be very, very challenging. We are set in our ways. Food, everything we do surrounds food. Food is comfort for us, but not all the foods we eat are good.
But there's one case that still haunts her.
Exactly. So not all the food is good for us, and that's what people hate to realize. I'm telling you, where I work, strictly, a lot of women, and you should see their diet, especially on the day of Thanksgiving. They flicking could eat. They could eat. They could consume, and you can see that they damn shape. Some of them shaped like them little damn Teletubbies and all that shit. It's like, it's horrible. Woman. And they think, you're sexy, like the former health minister, Dwayne Sants. Our former health minister, you're sexy, you're fat. You're fat. That's a lot of these women, they fat.
A very young patient already having had a stroke after developing type 2 diabetes. And this type of diabetes, she says, is largely driven by lifestyle. What's more alarming is the fact that many people don't even know they're at risk. Excess sugar, large portions, and back-to-back heavy meals can send blood sugar spiking, especially in people who are pre-diabetic and don't know it yet. That risk, she says, spikes during the holidays.
Portion sizes too.
You see
And
that?
this type of diabetes,
Pre-diabetic. See, a lot of our people, they don't monitor, or they don't care what they eat. They just continue consuming food. This is the young people. So in this time, you got to be mindful. All right, don't just eat because you could eat. All right, like she said, don't eat yourself into trouble, because it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's a lock here.
know it yet. That risk, she says, spikes during the holidays.
Portion sizes too. I'm not so restrictive to the point with because everyone is going to have a cheat day. I tell them, you can have your cheat day, but not for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to eat rice.
She says it's not about denial, it's about balance.
So when you go to your Christmas dinner, yeah, you can indulge in a plate and whatnot, but you don't.
It's about balance, and the scriptures say what? The scriptures say what? It's about balance, right? Let's get this precept. Okay, false. It's about balance, right? It's Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his light. All right? And pretty much, you got to know what to consume and when to consume it. All right? Don't be a glutton. Okay? We're going to get some scriptures soon. All right? Because the scriptures say what? The scriptures say what? This Sirach 30 and 25. A cheerful and a good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. But these people out here, they ain't got no self-restraint, buddy. All right? Do as thou will spirits a lot. They don't care. All they want to do is consume these food. Eat much as they could eat, because they see it. When you finish with your big Sunday dinner, you go to the pastries. A bevy of sweets. You consume that. You go drink your soda or other things, and you go drink your liquor. Our people, you see that in the young age bracket. All right, late 20s, 30s. Boy, they finish. Finish. We go back to the video. Pretty much, I don't really have to go into this article because everything what she's saying, the article.
You don't take 5 plates home with the same starchy foods to eat every day.
Doctors say this holiday season, enjoy the food, but know your risk. A simple check and small changes can prevent a lifetime of complications. Reporting for our news, I'm Candido Knowles.
Look at that crawfish. See that? Crawfish. Steamed crawfish. They're going to eat a bunch of abominable food like that too. All right, but for us, the hopeful elect, we will have a care of our meat and our diet, especially in this time if you're wise. You know, we can't be like these people. All right, so pretty much, let's get some scriptures. All right, let's get some scriptures. All right, so I brought out Sirach 30. That's not. Let me get it in the GNT, right? Sirach 30 in the last verse. Sirach. Let me get Sirach 30 in the last verse. Before I get that Sirach 37. Because that go hard. You know, Sirach 30. A cheerful person with a good diet will have a good appetite and enjoy his food. These people out here, they get bad appetite. You know, you gotta watch what you consume. Drink your teas. You know, because you know a lot of these people they cook, pretty much, you know, all kind of what you call it, complete season with MSG. You know, put all kind of things in their food, high season food. You know, to raise your cortisol. You know, there's a lot of things. You know, Yahweh Shemel Shai has given us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to apply the herbs and have a balanced diet. You see that? She speak about balanced diet. You gotta have a balanced diet. All right. If you don't have a balanced diet in this time, all right, you're gonna be just like these people. But anyhow, let me get Sirach 37. Let me start verse 27. See subject matter, controlling the appetite. It says, my child, as you go through life, keep your appetite under control. And this is the GNT. And don't eat anything that you know is bad for you. These people, they know it's bad for them. They still consuming them. All right. Just look at a lot of these women in their damn stomach. You know, they think that's pretty with all kind of big ass damn belly. Or a big balloon in the front of them. That don't look cute. That don't fucking look cute. You ain't sexy, you're fat. All right. Don't consume food that you know that is bad for you. It says, all food doesn't agree with everyone, and everyone doesn't like the same kind of foods. It says, don't feel that you just have to have all sorts of fancy food and be a glutton over any food. If you eat too much, you'll get sick. You see that? If you eat too much, you will get sick. You see that? All right. It says, if you do it all the time, you will always have stomach trouble. You see that? Gluttony has been the death of many people. Avoid it and live longer. That's exactly what the woman's saying. All right. That's why these people having all kind of diseases and all kind of shit, pre-diabetes. And she says it's always happening around the same time. Because people don't have no self-control. All right. The scriptures say, refrain thyself from thy appetites. Okay. You're drinking. You're eating too much. You know. Okay. It says, Sirach 18 and 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. Especially in this time. All right. Especially the aspect of food. You got to refrain yourself from your appetites. You know. Not because you have a big, you get a big portions. You got, you know, you see a lot of food, you know, around this time. Because, you know, every house is basically have a lot of, you know, cook they big plates of food. They big dinners, I would pretty much say, around this time. You know, every house. So you could go with on an island, you could always go to one or two people's house and find food. But ain't everybody cook the same. A lot of people is put all kind of damn seasoning in their food to give damn high blood pressure and shit. But you got to know your limit. You got to know what's good for you. All right? You got to know what's good for you. Especially in this time. Like she say. All right? It's the young people. All right? So like the doctor say, don't eat yourself into trouble. All right? Don't eat yourself into trouble. Yeah, bye. Shalom.